Powerful collaborations, cutting-edge science, and curious minds coming together for a glimpse of the future. Stay tuned as we look at the latest updates on some of the most promising technology projects. Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Peter Balint from Technikon. Last time in the SPARTA podcast series, we focused on the need for increased efforts in the development of cybersecurity strategies and methods in the EU. Our guest was SPARTA coordinator Florent Kirchner, who aptly introduced the SPARTA project. And today we continue our conversation with Florent as he talks about some of the impacts of SPARTA on the average EU citizen and how SPARTA can influence cybersecurity in the EU and even in the world. But first, let's talk about hacking for a moment. During the SPARTA kickoff meeting in February of 2019, we had the opportunity to speak with Marine Magnant. She was representing the SPARTA partner YesWeHack. Now, usually hacking is a taboo activity with really negative connotations, but try to look at it from another angle. Who best can tell you about your cyber vulnerabilities? That's right, a hacker. Better yet, a white hacker or ethical hacker or simply hunters. These are the good guys who search for security holes in your system and report back so that you can fix them. It's a cool concept that is often referred to as a bug bounty platform. And this is exactly what YesWeHack does. With over 7,000 registered hunters, you can begin to see how SPARTA will benefit from their presence in the project. Let's learn more from Marine. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Let's jump right in and tell us about YesWeHack.
Okay, so the company is YesWeHack, is a French company and is a bug bounty platform. So it means that we have a community of 7,000 ethical hackers who are working for us around the world. And so our community are going to hack our client. Our client define a perimeter that they want to secure or to check if it's secure or not. And so our ethical hacker is going to try to get into their infrastructure or into their website, etc.
Okay, so this is interesting. YesWeHack is part of the SPARTA project, but what you do is you're a company that offers perhaps consulting solutions to other enterprise organizations that might be at risk for being hacked, right?
Yes, it's not consulting, it's a scan of their vulnerabilities.
Okay.
And it's kind of a new way of cybersecurity because we are more efficient, we have 7,000 ethical hackers working for us. So
you have 7,000 hackers, they work for you. You give them a company's name and some information and you say, try to hack this, right? And then what happens?
So the ethical hackers, if they find a vulnerability, they're going to report the vulnerability to the client. And if the client think that is a good vulnerability, they're going to pay the hacker,
and
the hunters.
Then what does your company get from this? A percentage or?
Yeah, we have a percentage.
Okay. So has it ever happened that 7,000 hackers tried to find a vulnerability and they couldn't?
No.
They always find something, right?
I don't think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it seems.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have two different type of program, I would say. Mm-hmm. So we have our client, for example, OVH or Orange or Dailymotion. They have a public program. Means that all our community can try to find the vulnerability. But we also have a private program, where it's just a selection of some hunter. For example, we just got in January, we're going to start in February, end of February, a program with Army French minister with a private program.
Okay. So with regards to you and the SPARTA project,
yes.
What services will you be offering to the people working in SPARTA?
So we are going to connect our community of ethical hacker to the SPARTA project cybersecurity technology community. And I think it's important for us to be in the SPARTA project and to SPARTA to have us in the project.
Is it safe to say that you can use all of your 7,000 hackers to sort of help with this project?
Maybe not all, but yeah.
But some. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a real
some,
world.
and we will try on some events, some meeting of the SPARTA project to bring some of our ethical hunters, hackers, come in some event to meet all the people from the SPARTA project. Mm-hmm. And because we are the first European bug bounty platform, I think it will be very interesting.
So what's your impressions of the meeting so far? This is the kickoff meeting for SPARTA. It seems like there's a lot to do, right? There's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And maybe things aren't so clearly defined right now. This sort of needs some help. But is it kind of clear what you'll be doing yet, or is it still sort of...
No, for us, I think it's quite clear. Just bring our community to the SPARTA project and try to
I think you said it before, your goal is to bring this hacking community together with this research community or the academic part of this business, so to speak, and then put them together and integrate and see what comes out.
Yeah, and I think that is really interesting, and the collective intelligence is the fact to bring,
How long has this company been in existence?
2013, so 5 years. And actually next week we got a big fundraising. So we're going to develop the company in Europe and in Asia.
And your network of hackers, where are they? Are they just all over the world?
All around the world.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and I wish you success in your future endeavors. And we'll check in from time to time to see what's happening.
Thank you.
Now it's time to take a look at the bigger picture. What is the SPARTA project, and how is it poised to change the way cybersecurity research is done in Europe? For these answers, we again turn to SPARTA coordinator Florent Kirchner. And what would you tell the average European citizen who says, yeah, my computer is secure, I've never been hacked, I've never had any kind of experience like this, I feel pretty safe already?
Yeah. I'm not quite sure that's the average European citizen's viewpoint on cybersecurity. I think I would reformulate the question perhaps. I'd try and be a bit risky and reformulate and say, how about the average European citizen that says, I don't care about cybersecurity? The problem is the paycheck at the end of the month. The problem is making sure that my kid goes to school. The problem is the communities that we try to live in, try not to dissolve them in futile arguments. I think that's a better, that's a more probable question, at least one I get more often. When people understand cybersecurity a bit, if only a bit, they know that they're exposed, and they know that there's no easy solution. People have got their credit card stolen quite a bit now. People have had their accounts hacked on Facebook or on LinkedIn quite a bit now. So they know that there's a problem with that. The real issue is people saying, well, okay, we cannot do anything about this. And it's going to fade in the background. And it's not even on the top of our priorities to fix this. And it's a very valid point. And it's something that we need to understand, to hear, and to respond to, by saying that we do understand that cybersecurity might seem like a secondary topic, but today cybersecurity is the way that digital systems and their security are impacting our lives is very pervasive. There's a lot of impact in our lives. Our jobs are impacted by digital systems, and cybersecurity in particular of those systems. So, getting jobs secured is reliant on being able to establish cybersecurity. Getting commerce in Europe working correctly, generating wealth for everyone, is an issue that is reliant on the cybersecurity of that commerce. Getting elections to function correctly is an issue that also requires examining cybersecurity aspects. So in many ways, I understand the feeling that cybersecurity might not feel like it's a first-class citizen, first world problem, but it is. In fact, it is, and it's something that through the life of SPARTA we will try and contribute to the awareness of. We'll try to help people understand that if their systems are not secured, if their computers are not secured, a lot of things that they expect from daily life actually fall apart in a significant way. I think I like the quote from Mr. Juncker, who told that today cyber threats are probably more problematic than tanks and guns for the security of the European Union, and that's a very powerful statement, and I believe not done in vain.
Okay, so SPARTA started, SPARTA will end. What do you hope sticks when SPARTA is done? So this is after 36 months.
Yeah, we're here in the long run. We're here to try to prepare the next generation of cybersecurity research in Europe. And what we hope sticks is 4 things. The first one is a set of principles, the general philosophy of SPARTA, the general idea that you're stronger together, that you should be able to take risks when you try to handle complex problems. Those general principles that I think hopefully will stick after the end of the project. The second aspect is we're trying to identify what we call a roadmap. That's interesting topics that we need to the European Union, the people, the scientists, the engineers, the citizen, topics that we need to investigate together in the near future to better secure our digital systems. And if this list of topics, if this so-called roadmap can live beyond SPARTA, I think it would be a good sign of success, that we've identified interesting topics and areas where we think us as Europeans can make a difference. The third thing I'm hoping will survive is all of the scientific and technical work we will do in SPARTA, because we will investigate 4 different programs in SPARTA, 4 different technical areas, working on ways to better supervise your digital systems, better understand how they're being used. That's one. The second program will be around how you trust your digital systems and what kind of evaluation is needed to continuously trust that your digital systems are actually doing what they need to do. The third program is focused on designing secure by design and private by design components, essential components for the digital world, for tomorrow's digital world. And the fifth one is about creating secure and safe artificial intelligence for the citizens of Europe. If we're successful, then all of those programs will produce results that will stay beyond the span of the SPARTA project into the future. And finally, the fourth important part that I wish will stay is the community that we're building. We're bringing together 44 partners, bustling with ideas. I was telling about the wealth of ideas and the wealth of possibilities that they bring to the table. Beyond those 44 partners, we have a network of associate members who are not directly SPARTA project members, but what they are is people who want to come in and help us think about big picture problems in the future that can benefit from some of the results of SPARTA. And so this whole community, the SPARTA members and the associate members, if this can live beyond SPARTA, then I think this will be probably one of the biggest assets that we have as a community in Europe going forward.
Okay. Do you suppose that there are, in the end, there will be lessons learned that could be applied to cybersecurity globally? Or are you specifically looking at solutions for Europe? Yes, I think there will be solutions where
the solutions can apply globally, not only in Europe. We're focusing on Europe because Europe has a strong cultural identity, especially around digital systems. I think one of the most prevalent illustration of this is the GDPR, which is a European regulation protecting the data of private citizens. And my data, your data, everybody's data is being protected under GDPR in Europe. That's a world first, and that's an incredible achievement for the European Union to have been able to enforce that type of demand, regulation in Europe, and being the first in the world to do that. It has had an impact. Now, people in the US, people in China, people in Africa are trying to replicate the same type of protections for their citizen. But here, Europe has been a pioneer. What I'm hoping for SPARTA is that in the end of SPARTA, Europe in a few domains will also be a pioneer in cybersecurity, and that those solutions, those lessons learned, will then be able to be taken up by other countries elsewhere in the world.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Exciting stuff.
So I just want to wish you the best success for this project and good luck. You have a big job ahead of you.
Yep, that's an interesting job. There's a lot of expectations. There's a lot of people rooting for it also. So what's interesting is people have a lot of expectations, and we've heard during the kickoff people saying, you guys cannot fail. This is too big to fail. So you need to succeed. Do whatever you need, but you need to succeed. Which is a bit intimidating for a small town guy like myself. But at the same time, you have those partners rooting for you and saying, well, yes, we can do this. Let's put some energy in that, and we can achieve that. And that's an incredible asset to the project, and it's completely to the credit of the partners. I'm really, really happy to be working in that type of frame of mind, saying, oh, we're going to the moon, but I think we have one of the best teams to actually get to the moon. So that's fantastic.
Well, that's a great way to start out, really.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks again and good luck.
Thank you.
This project has received funding from the European Union's Horizon 2020 Research and Innovation Program under Grant Agreement number 830892.